Chairman and Managing Director, NTPC. Welcome, sir. Mr. B.P. Rao, Chairman and Managing Director, BHEL. Mr. Roop Zutsi, President, Managing Partner, Frost & Sullivan. And Mr. Ratan Basu, Country President and Managing Director, Alstom T&D India Limited. Welcome, gentlemen. Allow me, everyone, to give you a brief introduction into our esteemed panelists. Dr. Roop Roy Chaudhary, a firm believer in achieving team excellence through transformational change and shift to proactive, positive, and personalized approach. Dr. Roop Roy Chaudhary believes in the dictum, Sankalp Shuddh Hi Siddh. That is, if your intentions are pure, you are bound to succeed. He has an illustrious career of more than 36 years, during which he has been holding the position of CMD of Navratna and Maharatna companies for over 13 years. He is a graduate from the Birla Institute of Technology, Mesra, and a postgraduate and doctorate from IIT Delhi. A very warm welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged to also have with us Mr. B.P. Rao, who is Chairman and Managing Director of Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, a Maharatna company which ranks amongst the leading companies in the world. He is a postgraduate in Industrial Engineering from NITIE, Mumbai, and is a Mechanical Engineering graduate from Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Kakinada, Andhra Pradesh. During a career spanning more than 37 illustrious years, Mr. Rao has handled a variety of assignments and has diversified, versatile, and varied experience in all the major segments of BHEL. He was elevated to the board of BHEL in September 2007 as Director, Industrial Systems and Products, and went on to become its Chairman and Managing Director in October 2009. Ladies and gentlemen, a strong believer in transforming BHEL into a global engineering enterprise, Mr. Rao is also the recipient of a number of awards and accolades, both institutional and individual. A very warm welcome to you, sir. And now, Mr. Ratan Basu is an electronic engineer by profession from the Kolkata University. He started his career with NTPC in the year 1978 and was leader of the computer-based control systems in NTPC, first time in India. He worked for 2 years with Westinghouse ESPL to build a startup distributed system activity in India. Since 1985, he has been working with the Alstom Group, and in 1989, he became the CEO of Segelec India Alstom Group and achieved a major turnaround. He's also spent 6 years in Alstom's Paris headquarters, where he led a global business. Since 2007, we are happy to say he's back in India and leading the growth of Alstom in India as Country President, India and South Asia. He's also Managing Director, Alstom T&D India Limited, as well as Chairman, Alstom India Limited. Alstom has been operating in the country since the year 1911. It has 14 manufacturing facilities across India, employs over 8,000 people, and has business in India over 10,000 crores. Alstom has been truly making sincere efforts to make in India. Mr. Basu, we look forward to hearing from you. Welcome. Finally, we also have with us Mr. Roop Zutsi, President and Managing Partner, Frost & Sullivan. He has been responsible for Frost & Sullivan's expansion of business across 32 countries with 43 office locations. Besides being responsible for managing Frost & Sullivan, Mr. Roop works with Fortune 500 companies in designing their growth strategies by evaluating new opportunities for growth. Well, with this, let me tell you that Dr. Roop Roy Chaudhary will be moderating the session, and it's over to you, sir.
Why is this session? I think we should first listen to what the Honorable Prime Minister told us.
मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, विश्व बदल चुका है। अब भारत अलग थलग अकेला या एक कोने में बैठकर अपना भविष्य तय नहीं कर सकता। विश्व की आर्थिक व्यवस्थाएं बदल चुकी हैं और इसलिए हम लोगों को भी उसी रूप में सोचना होगा। सरकार ने अभी कई फैसले लिए हैं, बजट में कुछ घोषणाएं की हैं और मैं विश्व को आह्वान करता हूं, विश्व में पहुंचे हुए भारतवासियों को भी आह्वान करता हूं। आज अगर हमें नौजवानों को ज्यादा से ज्यादा रोजगार देना है तो हमें मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर को बढ़ावा देना पड़ेगा। इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट की जो स्थिति है उसको संतुलन पैदा करना हो तो हमें मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर पर बल देना होगा। हमारे नौजवानों की जो विधा है, सामर्थ्य है, उसको अगर काम में लाना है तो हमें मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की ओर जाना पड़ेगा और इसके लिए हिंदुस्तान की भी पूरी ताकत लगे, लेकिन विश्व की शक्तियों को भी हम निमंत्रण देते हैं। और इसलिए मैं आज लाल किले की प्राचीर से विश्व भर में लोगों से कहना चाहता हूं, कम मेक इन इंडिया, आइए हिंदुस्तान में निर्माण कीजिए। दुनिया के किसी भी देश में जाकर के बेचिए, लेकिन निर्माण यहां कीजिए, मैन्युफैक्चर यहां कीजिए। हमारे पास स्किल है, टैलेंट है, डिसिप्लिन है, कुछ कर गुजरने का इरादा है। हम विश्व को एक सानुकूल अवसर देना चाहते हैं कि आइए कम मेक इन इंडिया, और हम विश्व को कहें इलेक्ट्रिकल से लेकर के इलेक्ट्रॉनिक तक कम मेक इन इंडिया, केमिकल्स के लेकर के फार्मास्यूटिकल तक कम मेक इन इंडिया, ऑटोमोबाइल से लेकर के एग्रो वैल्यू एडिशन तक कम मेक इन इंडिया, पेपर हो या प्लास्टिक कम मेक इन इंडिया, सम सैटेलाइट हो या सबमरीन कम मेक इन इंडिया। ताकत है हमारे देश में, आइए मैं निमंत्रण देता हूं। और भाइयों बहनों, मैं देश के नौजवानों को भी एक आह्वान करना चाहता हूं, विशेष करके उद्योग क्षेत्र में लगे हुए छोटे छोटे लोगों को आह्वान करना चाहता हूं। मैं देश के टेक्निकल एजुकेशन से जुड़े हुए नौजवानों को आह्वान करना चाहता हूं। जैसे मैं विश्व को कहता हूं मेक इन इंडिया, मैं देश के नौजवानों को कहता हूं, हमारा सपना होना चाहिए कि दुनिया के हर कोने में ये बात पहुंचनी चाहिए, मेड इन इंडिया। ये हमारा सपना होना चाहिए।
Well, I think that is the motivation, and if you have followed this speech, and I'm sure you've heard it many, many, many times, in this hall, all of you are capable, all of you are talented, all of you are engineers, all of you can today with us take a pledge that let us make in India. Well, towards this, I'm grateful for the panelists who are here with me. Mr. B.P. Rao, who heads the largest manufacturing setup which India has, BHEL. Mr. Rathin Basu, who's recently taken over as the president and the head of Alstom, which is in a very big way now manufacturing in India. And Mr. Arup Jutshi, who's come all the way from the US to enlighten you as to what can be done in Make in India. What we'll do is we'll structure the program in a manner in which all of you will have a free float to ask questions, give suggestions at the end of the session. I will start by introducing the theme and give you a few slides to explain to you why this theme was required to be discussed in this August gathering in the first ever BIT Global Conclave. As you've realized by now, that this is going to be serious business. It's going to happen every year. I expect more BITians to join us and come along with us as we go along to really dissipate the knowledge, the competence, the achievements of the BITians in India and the world. Well, let's look at what is happening in the world. We are the world's office. Let us say we are the world's clerks, to rub a little salt on all of you. And China is the world's factory. It is just next door to us. Its population is also nearby ours. But today, look at where they are and where we are in terms of the contribution to the GDP by manufacturing in India, which is Make in India. Look at where we are. 14.9% is manufacturing. 1.9% electricity, where most of us here belong to that sector. And the trade imbalance is 138 billion US dollars. Look at our exports and imports, how they look at it. On the export side, what you see as miscellaneous 30% is mostly raw material and minerals that we allow others to take away from us. You remember the story of Mahatma Gandhi? You remember the story when the cotton used to go from our country and get manufactured in England and come back and being sold here. And that's when he started the famous Charkha movement. We are selling our iron ore, we are selling our minerals to different countries who are then manufacturing out of that and selling it back to us. Alarming situation, extremely alarming situation. How does manufacture get driven in the country? Look at this. Ultimately, it is the market. And we have one of the biggest market in the world, which nobody disagrees at all, that we have one of the biggest market in the world. Cost, skills. We have the skills, we have the cost. I know yesterday there was a lot of discussion on toning our skills to align them with the requirement globally. Yes, we should do that. All the people who are sitting here and all of my BIT colleagues who've come from the US and abroad, you must, today, these Bitosa must contribute a little bit in skill upgradation, in skilling people. In whichever area you are working, do a little work in try and skill people so that become employable. They contribute in the economy directly. You know, one way of it is that you come out of college and you look for a job. The other way is that you come out of college and you encourage them to become entrepreneurs. So, instead of they looking for a job, they create employment for 5, 10, 15, 20 more. That adds to the GDP of the country. The product value, how does the product value look at? I was yesterday listening to my friend from the US who said the made in India in the US is identified by the manhole covers in the New York lanes and roads. That is where it is written made in India. Very, very unfortunate. So many things can be made here and sold out. And we don't take pride in the branding made in India to sell there. You have fabrics and textiles and what have you taken away, manufactured in India, but a brand is put there of any chain, worldwide chain. And many of you who've gone abroad would have seen that you brought back something for the family, for the for the help who works in your house, for the people around you in the village or in the town, and you suddenly realized that you picked it up in Marks and Spencer's, but it is actually made in India. And then you realize that that is made in India. We don't have this pride. I'll tell you a small story from my childhood. This is 1962. I was 5 or 6. My dad had recently come back from the US and he told us that we're all going to Kashmir for a month. So I was a little intrigued. What's happened? So he explained to us. He said, when I went to the US, on the way back I was in Switzerland. I went to the Alps, and here's one American gentleman sitting next to me, or standing next to me, enjoying the glaciers of the Alps, and he was asking me, have you seen Kashmir? And I felt so ashamed that I come from India and I haven't gone to Kashmir, and I'm there in the Alps, looking at the snow-clad peaks in Switzerland. So this is where we actually lack the self-confidence in us, that we are also as good as the rest of the world. The IT has shown the way. Today, whatever respect we get is because of the IT industry, which has actually gone and told people that we have the best brains in the world. Technology. So we have the best brains, we have the best technology. Our institute, although the poor attendance might show you the typical Matiao approach, that who goes in the morning on a Saturday, but let me tell you that technology-wise, we have learned the best. I was just talking to the Vice Chancellor, and we were discussing as to how even improve that further. How to get the best brains to come in and stay for a little while in the campus. Teach the children. Educate them on what's happening in the world. Make it more seamless for them, as the world has become seamless for all of us. This is nothing great. You all know how we can be successful in manufacturing. I think quality is extremely important. You know, some of you who are in my generation, when the Japanese flooded the market with Japanese products, and we were still used to the European refrigerators and all those things, the earlier generation said, oh, these are all Japanese products, off-the-shelf type. Ye to 2 din chalega, kharab ho jayega. These European ones stand you for the rest of the life. So what they did a branding. They made a pride that you own something today and you upgrade your model in 3 years' time. That's how the Japanese captured the entire world. Today the Chinese is doing so. Of course, they are not so consistent in quality. Therefore, in high-end products, they're not able to take away the market. We must create quality product in India, which is recognized, even if you're producing a small item, but recognized worldwide as a quality product which is accepted there. R&D, believe me, there's enough funds available in the country in R&D. Enough funds available with us, with Mr. Rao, with Mr. Ratin Basu. We just need good ideas to come and say, yes,